So call me paranoid, but I'm going to go by my gut intuition on this one. It's raining outside, and I was planning on staying in the Walmart parking lot for one more night, but sign from the universe. There was a police car that pulled in front of me and just kind of sat there for like a minute or two, and I couldn't see into the police car to see if the police officer was looking in my direction. But I mean, maybe he was taking my plates down. My front windshield did have, I don't know, whatever you call it, condensation or whatever on the inside. And so it was a little bit fogged up here in the car. It's obvious that someone was in here. I'm in here. But that was enough of a sign for me. I didn't want to get the knock on the door tonight. So I went ahead and I'm just leaving the area and going a little bit further east where I've stayed before. I know for sure that they're not going to have a problem with it if I stay there. And I'm just going back to the area that I'm comfortable with, that I've stayed in for a couple or a few weeks. I don't remember at this point. But, yep, that happens, guys. I think it's nice that I got kind of a heads up, a message, intuition, guidance, message from the universe that it was time to leave after being in the Walmart parking lot for 3 nights. I'm well rested now, so it's probably good that I move on. The other good thing about this is that I was about to pull out some of my stuff to make dinner. I had just lit my candle. So if he had come and knocked on the window, he didn't. He pulled away eventually, but he was sitting there for a couple minutes. Like I said, I don't know if he was grabbing the plates on my car or what, and he was going to come back later and check on to see if I was still there for another night. But I'm glad that I didn't have all the ingredients sitting out and I was in the process of making dinner, because when I feel like, you know, that panic you have inside, that gut intuition that tells you, yeah, leave, I want to leave immediately. I don't want to have stuff like spread out, my food sitting out ready to cook and all that, and then meanwhile my gut is just turning in knots going, you need to leave now. When I want to leave, I want to leave immediately. I don't want to have to put stuff away. And so it's a good thing I didn't start cooking dinner. I am hungry. I'm very hungry, but I can wait. I think that kind of suppressed my appetite, and I can wait to get to where I'm going to be for the night in an hour and cook dinner or grab something to eat there. I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to grab something to eat because my stomach's in knots right now, even though nothing technically happened. But my stomach's in knots, and that trigger of anxiety is there. So I think maybe it's best that I just grab some food on the way, get some takeout, drive through, whatever. I tell you what, there's nothing that makes my heart race faster than thinking, whoo, I did something wrong, and police car shows up and just sits in front of the vehicle. Gave me a good scare. The other good thing about leaving is there's still just probably about 45 minutes of daylight, and I don't prefer to drive at nights. I don't like it. I don't see that well at night. I mean, I can see, but I just prefer not to drive at night in an unfamiliar area, especially. It's a good thing that I'm headed to an area that's an hour away, and there's like 45 minutes left of daylight. I hope. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. So I got here to my destination this evening, and man, I'm having a trouble just really calming down. I'm not really quite sure why my body got triggered so badly with that um, police car that parked in front of the van, but it's still got I've still got anxiety from it. Um, but I did make it. I ended up going out to eat tonight and didn't want to cook. It was still raining and I didn't want to open my windows with the rain coming in because I don't have a max air fan in the roof of this vehicle for stealth camping purposes. Obviously, my fan to blow out the hot air and the cooking smells out of the van has to be on one of the side passenger windows. With the rain coming down, I just didn't want to deal with that. And after that drive and that angst, for whatever reason, I can't believe it triggered me that bad. For whatever reason, just decided to go into the restaurant and this restaurant and grab a bite to eat and came out to the car here to chill and relax. Now, for sure, where I'm at, there won't be a cop knocking because there's probably about 7 or 8 other van lifers and RVers here in the parking lot. I've stayed here for weeks at a time and know that it's a pretty well-known designated place in this area to park. So I think for sure I'm good. I can relax now. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and chill, relax, calm my energy down, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. I feel well rested. I already got out of the parking lot where I was sleeping last night. Had a very good night's rest and sleep. Slept real solid. I am glad, especially after yesterday. I still don't get, I know I'm going on about this, but I really don't get exactly what it was that triggered me so bad when that police car sat in front of my van. My body just went into a weird tailspin with that. It took pretty much the rest of the night to get my anxiety down, which is really strange. It's not weird how your body can get into some emotional mental state and then the rest of your body goes into like a physical reaction to it. But it did eventually calm down. I took something for that, so that helped me sleep. This morning, I woke up, the sun was shining. Man, there is nothing greater than having a motivator like the sun shining outside. I drove down here to the beach. Beautiful. I am parked in front of the beach, but you can see that I am still in bed and yeah, just still chilling. Man, God, what a great life to wake up and be able to just still lay in bed and look out at the beach, the ocean, with the sun shining. What a blessing. I mean, everything to me is a sign from the universe, a sign from God, a sign from whatever you want to call it, a sign from spirit, whatever you want to call it, whatever we want to call it, sign from my gut intuition. And everything is a sign. So obviously, the police car sitting in front of my vehicle, even though he could have been looking at his phone, he could have been looking at his dash, he could have been looking at whatever, he could have been talking to someone on his, I don't know, do they have CB radios anymore? He could have been doing all of that. His windows are blacked out. Whoever, could have been doing that. And I have no idea. But the bottom line was, it was a sign. Doesn't matter. It was a sign for me to leave. And I wasn't going to resist it. I wasn't going to be stubborn about it. I was just going to get the heck out of there. I listened to that gut of mine. That's the one thing. Van lifers, RVers, all of us, you'll typically hear us say you really, really have to follow your intuition. Your intuition in life, period, let alone van life, traveler life, whatever it is. I have to listen to my gut intuition, especially since I'm an intuitive anyway. But yeah, it's really important. So, and then the fact that the anxiety was so high also tells me that it was fight or flight. Nick and I talked about it this morning. Absolutely fight or flight. And I had to flight. Yeah, our primal instincts, that gut intuition kicks in. Listen to it. Heed it. Don't be stubborn. Take my advice. I've been stubborn. I've been in resistance before, and all it's done is cause a lot of backlash on me and really bit me in the arse. I think that was as gentle as it could be for a message. He obviously didn't come and confront me. He didn't knock on my window at that moment. He or she. Fortunately, I didn't stay and get the cop knock in the middle of the night. That would have been dumb to stay. It would have been one of those, like, I told you so moments. Best thing I could have done. I ended up feeling relaxed this morning. So blessing in disguise. Maybe it was just because it was time for me to get back to the ocean and the water. That's it. I am going to eat my leftovers for breakfast this morning. Is it still breakfast time? I think so. And just relax. It's been raining for days, or overcast at least, and rain. Oh my gosh, does it make me appreciate the sunshine. One of the greatest things about having a home base in Denver is we are one of the top 10 sunniest states in the country. Believe it or not, we are. We have a lot of people that move there for that reason and find out, because it's an incredibly beautiful state and it's a very sunny one as well. Anyway, I appreciate you guys being here, listen to me ramble. I'd love to hear actually some of the things that cause you a lot of anxiety, that's a trigger that makes you just flight or fight. Yeah, I'd love to hear if you've ever felt the way that I have. I am glad I overreacted, because that overreaction caused me to get the heck out of there and look at this beautiful ocean this morning. That overreaction was a good one. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next video.